Okay, Jim, to pull this apart a little bit and give you some specific feedback, mainly with you is timing line issue tactics, all right? Um, you're too direct, which is a timing issue. Direct means you're a bit early. It could be just your attack angle or a combination of both, but in any regard, the goal needs to be more space for your feet and more shape with your turn, so that you're contacting the gate with the ski tips, having achieved a little bit more direction, a little bit more arc earlier as it relates to gate. Your stance, all these and these issues that I'm going to talk about are very much interrelated. Your stance. Generally, you ski, your stance is fine. Your hips aren't that wide. You have a comfortable stance. But when you draw when you take your space away, space meaning the distance between your feet and the base of the gate, or in GS, your body and the gate. But in any regard, when you take away your space, you pin your feet together. And once the feet become pinned together, then you have technical issues with ability to edge, ability to move, ability to balance, all of those things. The most technical aspect of your skiing, which is a timing issue a bit in slalom, because you retract a bit, or I don't want to say excessive retraction, or that you sink a little too much at the end of the turn. Either of these things, the biggest component or attribute I see is your extension into the turn. I mean, you do extend to the turn. You roll the ski over. You start to push against it. It's a little late. You need to try to pick it up, pick up the pressure on the edge sooner, and start to extend into the turn, driving the hip forward and creating greater edge angle and more power early. This could be, again, related to your timing and space. When you start to ski direct, when you start to take away your overall space for your feet and your body, it tends to force us to pause, or give us a bit of a hiccup in our turn. We can't be as aggressive pushing on the ski and driving into the turn. Because we naturally pull away from straddling, and we pull away from skiing into the panel too aggressively in GS. So a little bit of space is important. That being said, let's take a look at these things and see what we get. Already in here you can see there's just, I think you need to have just a little bit more direction. You can see the gate's landing, pointing down here. You should have a little bit more direction with the gate impact this way. Your ski's starting to point, down here, but at impact, your skis are pointing here. You need to bring a little bit more shape to your, to this medium round 10, 11 meter slalom turn. That hiccup with your balance was due to jamming that turn a little direct. All right, so it's got a lot of it. That's no big deal. That happens there. You can see the feet pinning up when you take away your space. You pin up your stance. Okay, now you can see the skis are fighting into each other. Everything gets late. Again, it's related. Here you come through, like Kalen, you have to use some absorption to recover from a direct line. That's fine, but you have to be able to project your center of mass into the apex and aggressively turn the ski over here and be extending already. That's what Kaylin was doing a little bit better when she was in trouble in relationship to you. You're just late with your extension, so here you don't really start to push on the ski until in here when you make contact. Even though you get some length out of your leg, you're not pushing it against the snow with your extension here at all. And pin the feet again. Here you catch up fairly well after jamming this turn. In here, you're in good shape. Right here, you need to be aggressively starting to push with extension here. So as the ski is facing out this way, it will continue and then bend back and pull a tighter radius, even with some space for your feet. So that's how you make up with a clean arc with a little space, but a tighter radius, because you're being able to push on it more and utilize that space you're giving your feet. And you can go actually quite fast doing that, and not just always win by skiing a straighter line with your feet pinned up tight. That only works so far. All of a sudden, and when you do give yourself space, you've felt, when you have a nice comfortable stance, when you have space and you bring better shape, you will naturally start to feel yourself roll in and really push on the ball of the foot and drive hard in the top of the turn. And that clean, tight radius, that's where a lot of speed is. Here you can see, you're set up pretty good. You don't push that hard. Instead, you allow your center of mass to kind of fall inside as you try to pull your feet together and tuck in tight. So you're skiing, you're sneaking by the gate more instead of really driving hard against the ski and bending the arc to ride a cleaner arc with a little bit more space. That's the long and the short of it, Jim. I hope that helps. It was a pleasure working with you.